good many people are confused still about, and I think many Americans are, the word Sharia, as we've talked about a little. I think you just need to say a little bit more, because how do we help people understand what that word means beyond the headlines? So if people say, as one presidential candidate has recently said, you know, I'm all for appointing a Muslim or whatever, but they have to give up Sharia. Well, can a Muslim give up Sharia? What would that even mean? And what is it to begin with? Is it such that it would ultimately, if this were a Muslim majority country, conflict with our laws and constitution? Is it just because Muslims are a minority that Sharia is able to be controlled? Or is Sharia actually something that can be compatible with living under our constitution, even if it were a Muslim majority country? So I think and I'm putting a lot in one question, but I'm trying to get to some of the fears people have when they hear the word Sharia and the Sharia law, and how it's you know, sort of in a stealth kind of way. Someone asked about in communities where there are actually predominantly or a large Muslim population in the United States, you know, isn't it going to be the case that Sharia law will start dominating and taking over?
Well, I think Sharia is very similar to Jewish law. Jewish law is known as halakha, which means to walk, because Jewish law is always developing. And I am often asked this question when I lecture on Muslim-Jewish relations before a Jewish audience. And I think the mistake that's being made that, you know, you can cite all the legal cases you want. You have to make this personal. And I usually respond by saying, okay, let's take out the word Sharia, and let's imagine that 24 states in the Union want to pass anti-halakha legislation, meaning no more kosher food, no more synagogue services. No longer can we have rabbinic courts. When you begin to explain it, and again, I'm not well-versed how you would, coming from a Baptist Christian perspective, I trust you have something similar in your tradition. But one thing I do know that both Islam and Judaism share, and we have this principle in Judaism, it's called Dina de Malchuta Dina, which means that the law of the land overrides Jewish law. All right, that the law of the land, if there is a dispute between a rabbinic court and an American civil court, we must follow the ruling of the American civil court. I trust, I shouldn't say I trust, I believe Islam has a very similar tradition also. So when you personalize it, take out the word Sharia. For a Jewish audience, put in the word halakha, put in the word Jewish law, and say, can you imagine there are 24 states that want to introduce legislation that's going to prevent our ability to keep kosher? Suddenly, the lights go off. Excuse me, well, the lights go off. The lights go on. All right? The lights go on, and people get it. And I think we should stop quoting all the legal texts and all the legal opinions. Make it personal. Bring it home to your own community's experience, and people will begin to understand what's at stake here.